What's going on, guys? Come inside the studio, get an inside look. So, a lot of people have been asking. I've only been doing it for a year, so by no means am I an expert. But a lot of people are asking about, how I built like the podcast over time, and that's exactly like the key word is over time. As you guys can see on my Instagram post, if you look back at it, it was just like a Zoom recorder. It was just this table, and even the chairs. I sat on those bar stool chairs over there with a co-host that I had, and I just started off with a mic. These mics actually over here, I put it on display because it was the first mics I used that I bought from Amazon, and the lens and this thing, and I had a Zoom recorder that we're now using on the other studio. But yeah, I've been getting a lot of questions, so I figure I just make this video. So everything was done, guys, like over time. It wasn't, like I said, it wasn't just all at one time. Like I didn't buy all this stuff. It was just whatever was in my head, what I thought for my particular style, I did, right? So I started off like everyone else, just with camera phones. I did one camera phone, just like a wide angle like this, like facing the table. And then it was just a zoomed out shot. And that's pretty much how we started. So it was a Zoom recorder that you can get fairly cheap on like Amazon. I buy everything from Amazon. It's just way more convenient that way, and you can find everything that you need over there. So I bought a Zoom recorder, I bought those mics like I said, and it was fairly simple. And then all I did was upload it to my laptop, and then I just edited it myself. So everything that you see here, all the artwork, and just over time, like as you guys know, some of you guys have the sweaters and shirts. I decided to put that on display. So it was just kind of like everything was improv. Everything was on a whim. Even these, I thought it'd be cool to just have graffiti art and podcast like style. And from over here you have the logo and bands. Everything was just again created in my head, so I just kind of decided to put it together. And even with the TVs, I thought it'd be nice for the guests. Now my main thing with this podcast, where I'm going with it, is I want to have the guests to have a good experience, not just the audience that I'm putting it out to, like YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts, but I really want my guests to have a good experience when they come over here. So I want them to feel like they're like pretty much a part of something, right? Like if I just had a recorder like I did, and everyone starts off again with simplicity, but over time I just decided to reinvest. So as you can tell from these cameras over here, I had 2 extra camera phones. I just happened to have 2 extra camera phones. Now I started doing a 3-camera system, which I pretty much emulated from my favorite podcasters. You can see it's like the Joe Rogan, Lex Friedman, Chris Williamson podcast, Andrew Huberman. They do like a 3-podcast system, and then they got the zoom out camera. So I just emulated that and kind of did it my own style. I really did want a welcome to the Speakeasy sign. For some reason, and this is just my own personal style, I really wanted that neon sign. And I think it's what the studio's known for, honestly, now. It's just people look at the sign and they know what it's about. So it's almost like an artifact, an architecture of when people come in here, they see the sign and they like to take videos of it. So I thought that was kind of cool. And then the props, as you see here, again, it's all in my imagination. There are a lot of things that you'll see, it's kind of random. Like you have the recorder, you have the podcast. It's just all created in my head, and I liked how it turned out. When people come in here, I get really good feedback, and they're taking pictures and they take videos, which is very cool to see. So let's move over here. So again, guys, for those asking that want to content create, do whatever podcast, just start off small, man. This was over a year reinvesting in all this stuff, so don't get overwhelmed by all the gear and all that stuff. You could do it with 3 camera phones and be a success. So if you guys want to come over here, guys, we are building a studio. Now, the podcast relates because I really wanted to create the studio because of my felt experience on that podcast. it's that making that podcast changed my whole life, and it was a great influence in why I decided to create the studio, because I know how much of a benefit it does for your like personal brand. And I know it's kind of cringy nowadays when you say personal brand, but it really is you. Most people, when you create a product, yes, create a good product, but mostly people follow you for you and not the actual product, if that makes any sense. So that's why I created this, because you could do a podcast video, or you could do a talking head style video, or maybe just content create for fun. But there's something about just building, this lighting with my friend over there, Adam, that's behind the scenes, behind his camera, there's just something beautiful about it, and then you can get it out to the world, right? So with great lighting, with great production, these are the kind of behind the scenes. We still have to dial it in as far as wiring. I know it's kind of a mess down here, but as you can see, everything's kind of coming together. We have the curtains over here for sound. It really mitigates the sound, and I learned this over time, guys. It seems overwhelming now, and it seems like, oh yeah, there's a lot to it, but again, it's putting it piece by piece. Like, we just got one of these lights, and then we iterated. We were like, we need more lights. Okay, let's get more lights. But again, you don't need all that. You just maybe need a light like that from Amazon, stick it in your face, and then reinvest over time. So yeah, even the wall panels, it's kind of trendy nowadays with, I guess you could say like a 3D wall art kind of here, and it's not really 3D, it's probably like 2D, but we just thought it looked good for the podcast. I mean, like a podcast style, if you want to do that, or just a talking head video style. We're working on getting more props. I know plants are a big thing, and I don't want to be cliche and get bookcases. I mean, I guess if my clients want that, we could stick a bookcase in here, but I think it just kind of got overdrawn over time with the bookcase and with the books and stuff like that, where people don't actually read. They just, I guess it's a prop for a reason. But this is the lighting. We have I'm not too good at lighting. My boy Adam, like I said, behind this video camera, he's a video expert, so he actually taught me all this, and I'm just picking things up. And most of the time, 80% of the time, I forget what he says. Okay, and this relates, guys, because if you want to make a podcast, everything doesn't have to stick. Like, you can rewatch content, just be repetitive about it, iterate as you go. But the most important advice to finish this all off is just start. I know that's what people are scared of, and that's the unsexy answer, but just start on whatever endeavor that you're doing. Maybe it's talking into this camera. Everything is a skill, everything is a practice, everything takes over time. It doesn't happen overnight, and I'm still learning myself, and I'm continue to forever learn. So it's just about, and to quote Malcolm Gladwell on his book, I believe it was Outliers, he says that it's 10,000 hours to master something. Actually, it's 10,000 iterations. That's why you have to do it, fail as fast as you can, and then adjust from there. Don't get down on yourself if say it doesn't go your way. Just pick yourself back up and keep grinding it out. It's kind of like martial arts. If you do martial arts, you don't quit because you got tapped out, or you don't quit because you lost a competition, right? You just keep going, you go as you go, you keep going, and let the chips fall where they may. But I have no doubt, if you're persistent and consistent about all this and doing a podcast, and you can weather the rough storms of psychologically being not so good in talking to a camera, you'll just get better over time. You'll get more confident over time, and I have no doubt that you'll be successful. So thank you guys for tuning in. You got a little glimpse of what we do here, and I just want to thank you to all the people that's helped me out along the way, especially my guy behind the scenes over there, Adam. He's been a big help with all this camera work. He's really upped the production, so I want to give a shout out to him. And I just want to give a shout out to like the content that I watch, honestly, because we live in an information age now. Like my boy Nick Day said, if Google it and YouTube it is now a verb, right? So you can actually literally Google and YouTube everything and learn whatever you can. If not, you're just lazy. I mean, plain and simple. You need a little bit of tough love there. So yeah, just start, guys. That's plain and simple. Just start talking into the camera. One more thing, the best piece of advice that I can give is just, if you're scared to talk into a camera and scared to put yourself out there because it's weird to talk into a camera at first, just look into the camera, maybe on your lunch break at work, look into it, talk to it for 5 minutes. Don't publish it, but talk to it every single day. It's just all about repetitions and iterations. I know I'm being repetitive now, so sound like a broken record at this point. So yeah, that is my advice. And guys, I just want to motivate you to get to it and start creating. Thanks for listening and watching.